Alright, it's Sikamikanico here, and we're back with episode 2 of our extended play of Halo Infinite. This is focused around the second mission in the game, which is called Foundations. In this scene, we see Chief honing in on a signal he's discovered on the Halo ring. And the pilot is not particularly happy at the idea of going up in his beat-up Pelican with just the Chief to take on the Banished. And he makes this super clear. As I mentioned in my preview footage, which you can find elsewhere on the channel, the pilot is not interested in fighting anymore. He is completely broken by what he's been through. He is frankly terrified, and the prospect of going up against the Banished with just the two of them scares the crap out of him, and he openly is hostile towards the Chief about it. I mean, I don't know about you, I wouldn't be punching the Master Chief anytime soon, even if we really disagreed. So perhaps he's brave in his own way, but he's certainly desperate to not get into a fight. But the Chief is a duty-bound kind of guy, so after some debate, they hop out to the outer edges of the broken Halo ring to what feels like a very reminiscent of Halo 3 Forerunner art style. Now, what is amusing about this clip is it actually started me with the weapons I took from the first mission, which included an empty plasma rifle, which confused me for a second there, and I had to think on my feet. Again, we're playing on heroic difficulty, and the gameplay that you're seeing is edited a little bit just for time, and I have to keep this video again to just around that 15-minute mark. So we're up against our sort of first mini arena. We can see a Banished dropship coming in the background, and again, great use of that grapple shot to knock the Jackal's shield apart. It's worth noting that the Banished dropships, they are frighteningly accurate on this occasion, and the area of effect denial, that sort of shaking of the ground when those shots hit, really can cause some confusion and can kill you rather quickly, so you've got to be on the ball. As I've been playing the game, I've started to get a better handle on some of the weapons, and obviously the multiplayer has helped as well. And I've grown to quite like this plasma rifle, this new iterations, the plasma carbine, I should say. The 3 burst with the slight tracking to some of the bullets. It's useful, and it's great at stripping shields. This brute, I think, has got a Ravager, and again, it's a smaller version of what the Banished Phantoms are armed with, so it's quite devastating and can cause a lot of damage to shields straight away. So you've got to keep an eye on those guys when they come on the field. So we're going to hop up here, we're going to take care of this little grunt, and we're going to carry on exploring the installation. I love the material effects in this Forerunner style level. The electricity that sort of arcs through, and we can see here some returning friends with the Sentinels. I mean, this just screams OG Halo to me. I think comparatively to the sort of Halo 4, Halo 5 era Forerunner art style, lots of orange and blues, this is very much back to sort of that Halo 3 Citadel style art style, and I absolutely love it. Starting to get a little bit more proficient now, gameplay wise, as I'm getting used to always having that grapple on hand. I'm just going to take out these brutes and the rest of this infantry without dying, hopefully, and we'll move on to the next area here. One of the best things about Halo is just coming across these small combat areas where you kind of have to think your way through, almost in a puzzle-like fashion. You know, what tools have you got? Who have you got to face up against? It's one of my favourite things about Halo is just the combat puzzle as you figure your way through a space. It's great fun. Got to say, I'm really liking the elites in Infinite. They feel kind of reach levels of duck and roll. They're very, very quick. and it's great fun to fight them. We'll see a couple of battles later on in this footage where they do give me a good run for my money. But we've cleared out this room and we're going to hop in the grav lift and jump on up here. Now, I have edited out some cutscenes here. I am allowed to include them, but I want people to be able to watch these and hopefully have not too much spoiled. So I've cut out a few bits and pieces. So again, we're in another glorious, very Forerunner arena with probably the best animated door I've seen in some time. I think there's another one up ahead, so we'll revel in the animation again then. But we've got to clear out these grunts and everybody else first. And if you're wondering why I'm narrating the whole way through, it's because this cannot be just a raw gameplay video. I have to give you a little bit of background as to what's going on, rather than just post up the straight gameplay. Because them's the rules, folks, and I am a rule follower, if nothing else, when it comes to covering video games, because, hey, it's a privilege for a channel like ours. We're still growing. So we're going to head up here, we're going to take on these elites, and this is, I think, the fight where I am tested somewhat. Again, I've done a little bit of editing to make it less boring, i.e. I'm just cowering behind this cover, trying to avoid dying. But they really do give me a good run here at trying to take me out. You can see that elite ducking to cover there. I love fighting against these guys, and heroic difficulty is really where the game shines. Legendary is just mean. Great dodging from this guy, some slight panicked grenade throwing from me, but thankfully I was successful. And we can see here another glorious Forerunner door. I love it. I mean, just look at the scale of this. Now, there's a little bit of mystery here. These look to be called silixes, I believe is the word. And if I recall my Halo lore correctly, I think this is the Forerunners collecting specimens of life. Because alongside investigating the flood, they obviously recorded all of the life throughout the galaxy, apparently. Or something to that effect. It's been a while since I've read the Forerunner trilogy books. Anyway, this is where the Chief finally recovers the weapon. Now, my goodness, she is very bubbly and cheerful. Whether that gels with you or not, I don't know, but there's an element of youthfulness about her. She's been created to contain and delete Cortana. She should have auto-deleted, but instead, the missions changed. They always do. So we're sticking a chip in our head, and we're going to take her with us.
Worse than I imagined.
There's a nice bit of banter there from the weapon. I'm not sure what to call her yet as a nickname, because the weapon, I feel like it just doesn't feel right to say. But she's joking around how the Covenant smell, but the Chief smells fine. I think this is the first time in the campaign that you get hold of this. I believe it's called a shock rifle.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, it's a nice gun to use. The aiming feels really mean, really stingy in terms of auto aim in this game. So if you're used to previous Halos, you might struggle every now and then to land the shot you're intending to land. But I do like the skill that it requires to kind of play through now, especially in multiplayer. So it's a welcome change. We're coming up on another cutscene now, so I am going to do a little edit because I don't want to ruin it for you guys. I want you guys to experience this on the day and enjoy it as if it's new. So we're going to focus on just the gameplay here. So we're going to move up through this area and take out our friendly Covenant bad guys. I'm probably pushing my luck a little bit because I'm trying to do fun gameplay and not rubbish gameplay. Whether I succeed or not, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments below. But it is unequivocally Halo in how it plays, and I'm sure people will get to really, really enjoy that when the time comes. Now this is a nice little area. We're looking for a grav lift, and we've got to find these things called power seeds. I don't know why they came up with the term power seed, but it is what it is. One of us like calling them power seeds. So we're going to take this little thing, plonk it in the lift, and after we've made our way up, I came into this room, and this is a really great moment from this mission we come across a Spartan that's fallen, and this is how you can obtain new upgrades for your suit, from shields to the grapple hook to threat sensors and so on. But it's this little moment where they're talking about how she died, and he just puts his hand on her shoulder as a mark of respect. I think it's just incredibly subtle and really well done. So whoever did this little animation deserves a nod, because it's just a great way of saying a lot by doing very little. It's really, really good. And we're in the kind of final area now. So we've got a nice big arena, so there's some good gameplay here. And hopefully you guys will get a real good feel for the combat as we move through, if I can manage not to die. And we're about to meet what I like to call the reincarnation of the Jackal Snipers. And these guys have the shock rifles, and you'll see them up above in that red streak. When they get 2 shots in you, it's an instant shields off, and it does feel very threatening indeed. But this is very satisfying once you've got a lock on them. You can see them there. You kind of get this weird targeting appear on your HUD as they aim at you. So, but it is great fun taking them out and putting them to bed. So we're going to finish up the last of these bad guys here again, trying to avoid that evil ranged Jackal. In fact, I think it's probably time someone sorted him out, so we're going to make our way over by using some cover and using our wonderful new equipment. Let's go pay him a visit. Lovely. Right. So we're going to head through now to, I think, the final area on this mission, which is where we will come up against our first boss battle. But we've got to get there first and clear it out. So we're going to take a stroll over, and we can see the Banished have been setting up camp here, and the nice motifs of red and steel and the tech, and the contrast between the sort of cool Forerunner blues is really nice. And definitely makes you know kind of where you're playing. So that's it. We've cleared all the bad guys out, refilled our ammo, grabbed a fresh power seed, which we're going to head and grab now to power the lift. But again, we're seeing more of these silexes. And these things just seem to collect different species. You can see like different creatures on them in terms of their logo, almost like a library of life. But now we've powered up the lift, and you might remember this scene from the gameplay preview that 343 published. Is it a friend coming down the lift? No, it's not. So we've got a nice brute to fight, and this is the first boss that you'll come across in the game. Halo has had bosses before, and I'd argue the more emergent sort of scarab battles that we kind of got in 3 and others were kind of larger boss battles that played to Halo's strengths. But this is more like an infantry fight with a much higher powered unit to take us on. And they're trying to match us up against people. They've got new movesets, they pack more of a punch, and they can certainly take a lot more damage. And this guy's name is Tremonius. He's got a lovely jetpack and a nice aerial effect, and I have to admit I was panicking here because I managed to do this run without dying, and I really didn't want to die for you guys. I think I managed to pull it off, if I can remember correctly. So you might have seen that red cross come up there. I think I'd taken out a barrel and some of the area of effect stuff. Oh, look at me panicking like a madman. And you can see this upgraded Jackal here, all covered in armour. It took 4 melees to take out, which is quite a lot. But hey, we're just us and Tremonius now. I think I've got him pinned down. We'll fill him full of lead, see if we can strip his shields. I've got a good sticky on him. The shields are down, and now it's all about putting him on his back. And I think the way we're going to do that is using a super combine from Neela, which works a treat. And that's it. We've taken Tremonius out. I love the fact that they're using human weapons. So we've just got our hands on the new Hydra and the new Bulldog, which is the replacement for the standard shotgun. I still haven't decided if I like it yet, but there you go. Well, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hey, ring the notification bell if you want to see more from XboxEra. And we'll see you next time.